So thanks everyone for joining us. I'm going to talk about RocketCyber and managed SOC and what's going on there. So start off with what's the problem out there today? And many of you may recognize this little chart. I stole it because it's really cool from this cybersecurity framework. Framework doesn't matter. It's 5 things you got to do in security. Identify what's out there, protect it, detect and respond for things that get through, and then recover when there's a problem. What's happening today? We put almost everything into protection, stopping bad stuff from happening. The reality is nothing's perfect. On average, it's about 100 to 250 days from the time somebody sneaks through to the time you get caught. The longer they're in, the worse it is. And then recovering. It's about 2 months to play whack-a-mole and wipe out all the foothold. What does Gartner say you got to do? Gartner says organizations must detect and respond to malicious behaviors because even the best preventative controls won't prevent all incidents. We're all practitioners. Doesn't mean you shouldn't be doing all the stuff to protect. Absolutely you should, but you got to be ready when things get through. What is a managed SOC? Cutting through all the marketing stuff, it exists for one reason and one reason alone. It looks for compromises that invaded your defenses. They are solely there stop a small problem from becoming a really big one. What do we define a managed SOC is, or MDR, or XDR, or ABC? It's 4 things. You're monitoring the endpoint, you're monitoring the network, you're monitoring the cloud, and you have a team of security analysts doing all the hunting under the covers behind the scenes. Had one of our MSP partners describe what this is, boils it down to his customers, is incredibly successful. A managed SOC, he said, look, I've built a fence around your company's building. I put a deadbolt lock on the door. I've got security cameras and alarm systems. A managed SOC is like having the security guard walking around trying to catch the thief that got past all of that before they cause a lot of problems. That's what we define it as. What do? Our managed SOC looks at what we call the big 3 pillars. We get telemetry off of endpoints, Windows, Mac, Linux. Got AV, we'll take a feed from that as well. We take a feed from the network because bad stuff happens there. We get all the feeds from the firewalls. We plug into the cloud. So we're watching Microsoft 365 and Azure AD for stuff that's coming in that way. And all of that telemetry is coming back to us. We are 99.999% of it is benign. We log it keep it for a year for audit and compliance. It's our job to find the needle in the haystack. Isolate anything that we find, contain it, neutralize it. If it's malicious, pick up the phone and call you 24/7 and then work with you to make sure that you've eliminated that threat. That's why we exist, to be there around the clock to find those things. Kind of said, I took some screenshots. I just talked about movies earlier. Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Not everybody liked that movie, so there's also, if you're a little older like me, The Rise of the Machines. Everybody likes Arnold Schwarzenegger. The idea here is I'm talking the rise of the SOC. Yes, I don't have Photoshop experience, so that's all I could do. What do I mean by that? This has been transformational over the last 3 years. We've gone from MSPs, the industry as a whole, maybe small 1, 2, 5% of MSPs, offering a 365, 24/7 managed security service to their customers, to about a quarter of MSPs are doing this. Years ago, SecureWorks, eCentire, AT&T, they're great organizations. They've been around 20 plus years providing managed SOC or MDR services. They're aimed at the Citibanks of the world, the large enterprise. Your law office customer can't pay you $15,000 a month for this. What you saw about 3 or 4 years ago is some great companies building up SOCs just for MSPs. I'll say the vendors. You've probably all seen them. Perch, Blackpoint, Vigilant, Scout, RocketCyber. This has been a change in the industry that MSPs are doing this. And you really can't go wrong. That sounds shocking from a vendor. They're all great products. Some have their pros and cons, like anything else. We like to think that we have the pros. So you can't go wrong. It's something, regardless of who you use, you should look at doing. But why do people look at us? Number one, we work with what you already have. I could fill up 2 more slides with this. You know, we work with all the PSAs. We work with most of the AVs. Other people who are on this call, Barracuda, Bitdefender. We work with all the firewalls. So do what you already have out there. Get more out of it. Don't have to forklift it. Number 2, it's simple. If you control a customer's environment, you have your RMM there, 30 minutes, you're up and running. Simple as that. Push it out through your RMM, connect their O365, point the firewall at one of the agents, you're done. Number 3, probably near and dear to everyone's heart, simple, predictable pricing. Like an RMM, it's $5 a month per device. End of story. We don't care how much logs you send. We don't care how many Microsoft 365 seats. All the integrations are included. No special charge for 24/7 monitoring, and all our SOC analysts are in the US. And lastly, kind of bonus, is we have powered services. That's a group of former MSP owners who put together campaigns every single month to help you sell security. They do social media posts, they do videos, and it's not the product, it's you. It's all private labeled. And with Goal Assist, they will actually go on calls with you, do webinars, help you close business. So not giving you a little sheet with your logo on it, a complete kit every month, and they will help you close business. And that's our differentiator. So with that, I want to thank everybody. Join us in the breakout room. It wouldn't be a channel pitch if we didn't give you a special 20% off, first 3 months free. We'd love to have you come into the breakout room. So back to you, Kevin and Matt.